Test. All right, I get to use this. All right, this is the first time for us, the ceremony part with family and friends. So I'm glad everybody was able to make it tonight. I have a checklist of things that I want to get through. And following the ceremony, usually right before spring break, I have a team meeting with the returning players, and I give them their summer calendar so everybody can start planning for the summer. And then I give them a camp brochure just so that they have one. So when we are done, and we can take as much time as we want tonight, but when we are done, the remaining players stick around. I'll give you the calendar. I will give you the camp brochure and a little bit of motivation as we head into the fourth quarter here. So that's kind of what tonight is going to involve. First thing, and this is kind of not so much a plea, but I want to make sure that I sell for this year's 9th through 12th graders. State powerlifting is coming up, and I know there's a couple of seniors that I would like to get on board, and our testing results in the weight room this week, I think we have a lot of guys that have really made some improvements and are at least considering doing that. But state powerlifting is on the 26th of March. It's in Conway Springs. You do give up a Saturday afternoon, but I think we can make a strong statement that we're continuing to work for the seniors that are leaving. This is an opportunity for you to get to do one more thing aside from your spring sports. So I really want to hype that up, and I'd love to fill some weight classes and see what we could get done down there. So if you guys are interested in that, maybe send me a message on GroupMe and say, Coach, I'm in, or Coach, I'm thinking about it, but I'd like to fill weight classes again. All right, so if you remember last time we got together, we had a windstorm, and then now we're going to have a snowstorm, so it seems to me like we got our seasons mixed up here. But we really didn't, and I was, you know, when we won our first 3 state championships, we got to go to the State House, and you know, we got, you know, to hang our banner and all that, and it just seems like with the COVID thing that we haven't quite got as much. We still accomplished a lot, but I wanted to make sure that we got together tonight, and I wanted to go through our team award winners again, because we had a couple guys sick, we had a couple guys gone, and then we had the power outage. So I want to go over our award winners. We know who they are, but I'm going to have them come up. We're going to recognize our team award winners in front of everybody, and we're going to make sure that we get that in. And I think we're on live with Dog Feed right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our offensive MVP, who happened to be the defensive MVP as well, and we're going to have Corey Catron come up. All right. A little has happened with Corey since we had our banquet. Corey is signed to play at Bethel, so he gets the opportunity to play again. He had a great season for us. He filled in at quarterback and was a big-time threat in the backfield as a runner and passer, and then defensively made plays all over the field. So big part of our success, and we wish him big luck as he goes to play college football. Thank you, Corey. All right, our special teams MVP is Pedro Arantes. Congratulations. I can only imagine that when Pedro left his home to come here that he couldn't imagine in his wildest dreams that he'd be kicking a football and he would have the success that he had and our team would have success. So I'm sure this is going to be a memory of a lifetime for him, and he's always going to be a Bulldog, and he's always welcome back. Thank you. Okay, scout team. And when I went over this in the winter, I remember saying that it's like our scout team MVPs from the 2020 season, those guys were cracking the lineup. They were getting on the field. and they were making plays for us this fall. So, that's kind of a precursor to see these guys on this list, that they're going to be guys that are making impact on the field for the varsity the following year. So we hope that's the case with this group. But our Scout Team's Player of the Year, Seth Catron, Brock Bush, Leo Worley, Makai Jackson, Camden Horrock, Tayson Horrock. Big time. Our Scout Look, for 2 years in a row, the week of state has been exceptional, and these guys, along with others, put in a lot of hard work. They were recognized by their teammates of really doing a good job, and the best is yet to come for you guys, so good luck. Okay, our Lifter of the Year is Rafael Cooney. Rafael was an everyday guy, literally for 4 years, and he did the little things to make himself improve as a football player, and he's the kind of guy that young football players want to emulate, in the weight room and with working hard so that they can be a good football player someday, and that's what he did. So I appreciate his efforts there. Rafael was also our Fighting Heart Award winner, and that's the award that I hand out, and I gave it to him for his leadership on the field, and you could see our football team, look to him, especially on the defensive side of the ball, as he was making calls and alignment checks and everything like that, and he was really deserving of both of his awards, and I'm really proud of him. Thanks. Okay, team captains. Team captains are, awarded for us at the end of the season so that our players get an opportunity to see, the effort and the leadership that these guys put into what we were doing. I always say this is a resume type thing. This is something that I would certainly put on my resume, and if I was an employer, I think that would be meaningful to me to hire somebody with leadership skills. So our team captains for this year, Tori Horrock, Corey Catron, Rafael Cooney, Brody Leitz, Cade Prine. Congrats. All right. Again, these guys did a great job, and our success is in large part due to their leadership, and I appreciate that as well. Thank you. Okay, I'm at least going to, throw out there, and it is on our website, that we had numerous, postseason honorees from the Capital Journal through Sports in Kansas. We called those guys up at our banquet, and there's been a few of these teams that have come out since then. I think we were well represented. I think people around the state recognize that our success mostly is due to having a lot of really good dedicated football players. So in general, I was really pleased with the awards and recognition that our guys received. So we'll just give everybody a round of applause for that. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to bring the rings down, and then we're going to have our assistant coaches hand the rings out. Now, don't get your box and open it up. We're going to open the rings up at the same time. And then Jeff Helene, if you have, first of all, if you have not met with Jeff to either pay or verify payment, please do that before you leave. And Jeff has, in the past for us, Jeff has done a really good job of like sharing some perspective on how difficult this is for a team to earn a championship. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hand the boxes out. I'll have Jeff say a word or two, and before we start, I have our 2021 season review that I give to the media outlets before the start of the season, and I thought it would kind of be appropriate to go over that and look at who we had returning and some of the challenges that this group had, and it kind of puts everything into perspective and what they were able to accomplish. So we'll start handing boxes out. Don't open them up. I'm going to have Jeff say a thing or two. I've got something I want to read for you, and then we'll let you open your rings.
Hey everybody, Jeff Helene from Jostens. Can't tell you what an honor this is. Young man, congratulations on this. A couple housekeeping things, just so you know, that sleeve right there is your receipt, all right? Gents, as soon as you get home, run through your house, find your mom or dad, and give them that sleeve. That shows that you were paid. With that, I just need to remind everybody you are now warranted for the rest of your lives. So on your 50-year reunion, when you need this resized to come back, jostens.com, it's done completely free. That's a cool thing. Before I have you open this up, I just want to say this. I kind of worry sometimes about Rossville. You have won so many of these things, and I hope not just the athletes, but the families appreciate how rare this is. I work with about 120 schools throughout the state. I have schools. I went to Tonganoxie today to size them for their wrestling championship ring, the first men's championship in the history of the school. Everybody, this is so rare. Gents, hang on to this. This represents a state championship, but what it represents is the sweat and the effort and the discipline and everything you need to do to win it. Gents, congratulations. Coach, is there anything you need to say?
First, I think, the reason why I picked Jostens is the customer service part. Personally, myself, I've had a ring that has been resized, taken care of, and actually my son has had a ring that they have taken care of as well. So, yeah, but it got done. It got done. They stand behind their work, and that's what we're about. All right, this is going to be the lead-in to when we get to opening your rings, and this is the preview that I wrote about this football team before the year started, and we didn't know for sure if any of this would happen. Here we go. Rossville's 2020 state championship was the fourth in the past 7 years for Derek Hamas's Bulldogs. Gone from that team were 11 seniors, including key contributors Bo Reeves, Caden Brown, and Woodrow Rezak. This year's team will look to carry on a tradition of success with a solid nucleus of returning players. I go on to mention our returners on offense. I go on to mention the underclassmen who I felt like had an opportunity to impact our football team. Defensively, we had 6 returners. I mentioned those returners, and again, I indicate that graduation loss included 4 key players in the secondary, and that addressing this would be a big part of our success for the 2021 football season. In closing, I wrote, overall, the 2021 Rossville Bulldogs have some nice returning pieces from a 2020 state championship team. As always, team chemistry, depth, and player development at key positions will determine how good this group will be. And then I go on to indicate that the Dogs will kick off their season with Centralia, followed by a tough Mid-East League schedule that included a Week 7 district matchup with our arch rival. Needless to say, this group answered every call. Go ahead and open your rings, guys.
I would have access to